everybody, and welcome to another episode of Healthy AF. I'm so glad you're here. And this episode is all about who's in charge of you. Okay? Yeah. You think you're in charge of you, but sometimes you're very loose and free with creating who's really in charge of you. And I'll tell you, I'm in the same boat. So I said to my producer, Moose, I really want to talk about what's coming up for me in my patient population. And what's coming up for me in my patient population is how careless we are with our language. And I don't mean the F-bomb, because goodness knows I can drop them. I mean understanding and being responsible for the fact that our language creates. Your language creates, and it's the driver behind your actions. Let me dumb this down. So I've talked a lot about being a sugarholic, right? I've talked a lot about that. I gave it up. I had to use the 12 steps to do it. I totally needed a support group. I gave myself anything and everything else I wanted to eat, including all the bread I could handle, while I was trying to give up sugar. I also talked about I'm going to get fluffy, and I knew what it was going to be like for my body when I did this, right? Because I'd tried it before, and I've made it. The difference between saying, "Hi, I'm Amy, and I'm a sugar addict," and "Hi, I'm Amy, I'm a recovering sugar addict." Two totally different things. You see, if I identify with I'm a sugar addicts make certain choices. When they feel emotional, they go straight to the Oreos. In fact, I don't know why I'm saying they. Amy, the sugar addict, when she feels emotional, goes straight to the row of Oreos. She goes straight to the, I'm going to order a Wheels pizza, but their chocolate chip cookies are so dang good. I'm going to get not one, but two. And yes, that is an extra $6 whopping. Well, it wasn't that bad that I had those cookies at Wheels, but they're so expensive. I think I'm just going to go to the Teeter and get a 12-pack. And it not lasting me 2 days. Those are the kinds of decisions that Amy, the sugar addict, makes. When I identify and language for myself and in my head, "Hi, I'm Amy, I'm a recovering sugar addict," that girl makes different choices. That girl knows that when she gets emotional, she needs to go and comfort herself with grace and love, probably with a friend or her journal or a handful of pecans that I love. That girl makes different choices, and it's completely subconscious. So right here in somewhat of the new part of the new year, a lot of people are talking about manifesting. I'm all about some manifesting. The first thing we can do is just sharpen up our language. Let our language be clear on what we're committed to. Stop beating ourselves up. I'm going to say that again. Stop beating yourself up. It does not serve you. Recognizing that you made a choice that doesn't reflect your commitments and feeling disappointed or pissed off or frustrated with yourself, totally okay. That's just what happens in reality. Identifying with that choice as being who you are keeps you stuck and has you repeating that choice. Our language matters. So I like to say what I'm committed to. And I like to use that languaging. I'm really committed to having time to myself to heal. I even like this one. I have an abundance of time because in reality, I can choose to do whatever I want to with my time. I'm not forced to do anything. No one literally is coming here and moving my body so that I have to, you know, go out and cut the grass. I don't have to. I have time. I have an abundance of time. And when I remind myself that I have an abundance of time, then I give myself power and choice back. And I can look at what am I committed to, especially if I'm running late to do a podcast. Am I committed to doing a podcast because I have to and I'm obliged to do it? And I've skidded in here all kinds of irritated? Or am I committed to doing a podcast because I want to do a podcast and this is how we're going to roll? Right? It's a totally different thing. So as you go through your week, I want you to listen to your language. I had a friend today, a couple of days ago, say, "Yeah, well, I'm a bad mom." And what did she say? She said, "I'm a bad mom." I think she said, "And I'm defiant." And I can totally relate to being defiant. I like to use this one. In the past, I've been very defiant. And that helps me recognize where I've been and also that I do not have to stay. So, how can you use that? In the past, I've been like, get honest, but don't imprison yourself. That's what I have for you today. Take that, create your life. It's waiting for you. Be careful with your language, but drop as many F bombs as you want to. Give yourself grace. And if you're having trouble with this, book an appointment with me. We'll see if coaching is right for you and see how we can move you forward. All right. See you next time on Healthy AF.